Hey, yo, we back, man. Oh, man, we back. We talking about the All-Star game. All-Star weekend in general. I mean, I got mixed feelings about it. I think they changed the format a lot. Like literally too much. Too much format changes isn't a good thing, in my opinion, because it disrespects the records or whatever point totals or total rebounds, whatever guys did in the past for All Star games, it disrespects it. That's just my opinion. With that being said, man, big shouts out to Wimby for creating the intensity from the tip, man. Wimby wanted to win for the world. All right. This might be he's still salty about Steph Curry busting his ass in the Olympics, when the France getting second place or whatever, silver medal. But whatever it was, man, Wimby, big shout out to Wimby, because he made people play for real. I was tired, sick and damn tired of going to watch these All-Star games and people not wanting to play. People wanting to half-ass. You know, Kevin Durant, he called out Luca and he called out Joker, which is something I'm glad he did. He called those guys out, and say those guys don't play hard. Wimby was like, fuck all that. I'm about to get out here and I'm about to hoop, do the best that I can. So big shout out to Wimby. Wimby was playing so hard. I seen a LeBron try hard. Like LeBron at the end, I think he found the mess out of Wimby at the end of the game. It was one of those games, which was weird. It was like 5 games. I'm definitely not used to that. So there's like 5 games they had. It was, I think, older superstars versus younger American superstars, and then it was the world. The world honestly should have won if you think about the talent pool they had. Um, so the fact that they didn't, if I was the world, I'd be embarrassed. If I to start it off, if I had put money on it, I would have guessed that the older stars would have won. Um, but they got blown out the water that last game. Anthony Edwards came to play the last game. We've seen Kawhi do amazing things in 12 minutes. Kawhi had like 32 points in 12 minutes at one point, which was cool to see. Um, so we saw that. Um, and then Anthony Edwards came and brought him home. That last game was embarrassing to watch. I think the OGs just didn't want the the world team to win. That was seemed like what they came to play when they played the world. And when they played the younger team, they kind of just like whatever at the end, at the end. So what you gonna do? Now that was that. Now the 3-point contest and the dunk contest, those both were like weird to watch. I didn't watch the Rising Stars. VJ Edgecombe won the the Rising Stars. He was MVP or whatever. I was saddened that Cooper Flag sprained his foot and he wasn't able to play. But VJ Edgecombe won that. If not, favor was going to be Cooper Flag to come in and do his thing. But they had the athletic VJ Edgecombe come in and win. So shout out VJ, man. You hopefully you're a star for the future that we can look at and depend on. So that's cool. Um, Now the dunk contest. Oh my god, that contest was so trash. I It was so trash dunk contest. Okay, there was a couple of guys come in and do. I think I might have seen two, maybe 3 dunks that could have survived some of my favorite dunk contests. Maybe 3, 2 for show. But even those were more athletic. You're seeing athletic than you would see creativity. I didn't see a bunch of creativity. Honestly, there was no creativity. Only thing that was creative was this guy just kept dancing the whole time. The guy that won, Keldon Johnson, something like that. The guy that won. I was so embarrassed to see that dunk contest. I've been watching the dunks that I seen that won. I swear, in my local fitness connection, I've seen better dunks. I've seen guys doing those same type of dunks, you know. So to me, it was an embarrassment. They didn't bring Mac McClung back for this. This was the first time I ever seen a dunk contest, and I was like, "Dang, man, they need more white guys." That's how embarrassing the dunk contest was, in my opinion, because that was for me damn near unwatchable. Um, Me, it was just kind of cringe just watching that guy dance the whole time and then winning it. I Shouts out him. That's how he expresses himself. But when you see a dunk contest that bad, you like, even though you won, I would have rather even you worked on your dunks more than worked on your dancing. But hey, he was from the Bay Area. There's a lot of people doing good things in the Bay, so shouts out him. So it is what it is. Um, but they need to get some stars, man. They need to get some stars, man. I don't. I really didn't. Only person game that I really knew from the dunk contest was only person I knew was Jackson Hayes. That was it. Jackson Hayes. Outside Jackson Hayes, I didn't know anybody from the dunk contest. I don't think you even supposed to know anybody from the dunk contest. You know, I saw Jackson Hayes, and that was it. And that was like, God dang, Jackson Hayes don't even start. So we depending on only person I knew was a person who doesn't even start. I'm just not. Wasn't happy with what happened with the result of the dunk contest. Outside of dunk contest, they had the three pointer. Um, Nah, I ain't gonna even move. What I think I need for the dunk contest, man, they make so much money All Star Weekend. I'm confused why we can't get like a purse for the dunk contest, man, and like f- fuck it, $5 million purse. We need a $5 million purse, and then if you win, $5 million purse, and then your All Stars get to pick first. We'd rather see an All Star dunk contest anyway, bro. When last time we seen an All Star in a dunk contest? Even before they start getting real starters, it was stars at first in the dunk contest. Maybe a couple people that wasn't stars, and then it turned to something where it's like, players that maybe start but aren't stars. Now then it started being players that didn't even start. Yeah, like Derrick Jones Jr. and stuff like that. He started a lot of games or whatever, but then it started being people that even played. Just amazing high flyers, but people that played stopped even being part of the whole equation. So that was frustrating. But then after that, what even got to be even more frustrating was you start getting G League players. The guy that won, he just got shipped to the G League. And Matt McClung, he changed their mind a little bit, but because he had amazing dunks. I want to see a G League guy do mid-level dunks. If you're gonna bring his ass from the G League, he better be fucking amazing. That's just my opinion, and what I believe we should be seeing. I don't want to see G League players half-ass. That's trash to me, bro. I don't want to do that. All right. For a 3-point contest, that's what you want to see as far as stars or whatever. Some guys didn't make the All Star team, but it was a lot of guys that have made a lot of 3-pointers, not only this year, but in past years. It was nice to see. Um, you had you had a lot of just good players. You had a couple like only player that I'm like, he's in the 3-point contest was Bobby Portis, and Bobby Portis has hit a lot of threes as well. But them having Con Knipple as a rookie, but him breaking so many records as a rookie from 3-pointers. I think this part of the season, ain't nobody even had 100 3-pointers. He has 137. So it was good to see him, Devin Booker. Nice to get some stars in this motherfucker. Um, but the thing that I think was most important was just getting star level athletes so we could sit down and watch this. Now the Dame Lillard thing was a little confusing. Dame hasn't played a game all season, so for him to come in and win the 3-point contest, I mean, only because he's a star. You know, it's like we want to see the stars. That's the only reason why we. It's not hypocritical. It's like this is the All Star weekend. You know, like where the fuck are the stars? So Dame, even though he hasn't played a game this year, it is a little weird to see him win. But but he came out and he hit threes and he's solidified. He's a Hall of Famer. Already. With the legendary status he is, and he's probably a top 5 3-point shooter of all time. So it's like bring him in, man. Bring him in. You know, while you at it, might as well bring in Larry Bird. Since it don't matter if you played a game or not this season. Hey man, shooting sticks around and shooting comes back way before dunking. We all know that when it comes to injuries or whatever. So it's a little weird. I would rather, I mean, Steph played a lot of games this year. You know, if they ain't gonna play, Steph, what the hell you doing, man? Steph, get in there and try to win an All Star game. But overall, I think this All Star weekend was mid at best, and I think we got to revamp something. I think East versus West is fine. Um, I think the problem was the intensity of the game. I think if Wemby comes in with that intensity, everybody comes in that intensity and tries to blow each other out the water. That'd be better. Um, I have a lot of people ask about the white versus blacks, as far as the All Star game or whatever. That's what they want. And I'm just like, well, what about the dude from Portland, Danny Avdija? He not white or black. He like Middle Eastern or something. What team does he play for? You know, I know it's mostly white and black. Honestly, that'd be the only issue now I think about it. Most everybody else is either white or black. We ain't got no Asian All Stars right now. Last Asian All Star I remember was Yao Ming. So, I mean, East versus West seemed like it was fine format to me. Um, this only worked because of the intensity of Wemby. I don't think it was nothing else but that. So, doesn't matter if it's East versus West or OGs versus young G's, YGs, and versus the world. As long as there's some intensity and people want to win, it's going to be a good game. People play more than 82 good games a year, even if you don't make playoffs even more than that. I don't understand why you can't have intensity this one game. What is this one game going to do? You played 82, you know, some guys played 100. So one game that we asked for intensity, you don't want to play. It's a chance you get hurt. Yeah, it's a chance you get hurt any game you play. I mean, if they got to pay these guys more money, I think you should, man, because I think when they first made the All Star game, it was a sign up for people watching All Stars at their best, seeing what would happen. They played at their best against each other, not this crap. This ain't football. Why are we slacking? Why are we lacking? If this was football, it'd be a little different, in my opinion. If it was football, then fuck it. I get it. It's football. You don't want people to get too intense because it's football, you know. But it's not football. It's basketball. So what we gonna do? Football, I get it. They got flags and whatever. People get hurt every game in football. I still would rather than play for real. To have to watch flag football when we want to see the best. It's trash. I think they should get rid of. If they playing flag football, I damn near think they should get rid of the All Star, All Pro, whatever for Hawaii and stuff. They should just get rid of it if y'all doing that. In my opinion, this is terrible. Nobody wants to see that. They end up bringing Shedeur Sanders in, which was for ratings. Shedeur definitely did not do enough to be an all pro player, but they got him. They got him in there to play flag football. Whoop de doo, you know. And I'm glad Wimby came in his intensity because that's the last thing I want to see from the All Star game is them backing up even more because right now it's been horrible. But mid All Star weekend is what it is. Say less.